My name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will solve the reading exercise of Unit 9, which is expressing unexpected results. Let's begin. In today's class, we are reading a poem, The Road Never Taken by Robert Frost. This is one of the best poems I've read till now, and it's a really nice poem and it's really deep. Let's go through the poem line by line and then we shall try to understand the poem. The road not taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Here a poet stands in a road where he can see the diverged roads, and he cannot actually choose which one to go over which, and then he decides one road, because you cannot stay in the forest forever. So he chooses one, and he thinks that he chose the road, or he will choose the road which is less traveled by, but that's actually just his thought, because both the roads are similar when he thinks about it as of now. And actually he knows that he's never going to come back to the same place to take another road. So he doubts that if he should ever come back. And finally, in the last stanza, he says that in the future, somewhere ages and ages hence, he shall be content, because he believes that he took the road which was less traveled by, and today that has made all the difference in his life. This is a very deep poem, and as the chapter reads, the name of the chapter is Expressing Unexpected Results. While reading this poem, we first think that one can interpret it in a way that the writer or the poet has taken a road which has been less traveled by, but that's not the truth. He thinks, but he thought at that time that it was less traveled by, but when he realizes that both the roads were actually identical, they were similar. So now we'll be moving towards the exercise. First, we will write the meanings of the following words. The first one is diverged. Now the meaning of diverged is branched away. So here it means there are two ways a poet can go. The poet says two roads diverged in a yellow wood, which means that the roads are now branched and there are two options now. Next, for wood, we have the meaning forest. So the poet, he was in the forest and he says two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Now that means it was a forest, yellow forest. Next we have undergrowth. Now undergrowth means a mass of bushes or shrubs. Next we need to write the meaning of the word claim. Now to claim means to demand. Next is sigh. So when you sigh, you take a deep, long breath. It means that you're taking a deep and a long breath. Next we have bent, and bent means curved. And finally we have the word hence, and hence means from now on. Next we will answer the questions. Given in our textbook. So we'll write question and answer. The first question is, where is the speaker standing in this poem? Now we know that the speaker is standing between two roads diverged in a yellow wood. So hence, the speaker was standing in the diverged road. The next question is, why does the speaker stop there for a long time? Now the speaker stopped there for a long time because he was in a dilemma. Now, dilemma is when you have two choices and you don't know which one to take. So the speaker had two roads in front of him and he had to choose one. And because a single person cannot go through two roads at the same time, so he was deciding which one to take. And hence, because he was one person and there were two roads, two choices, he was in a dilemma. So he stopped there for a long time. So he is in a dilemma because both the roads are similar. The next question is, which road does he choose to travel? So the speaker chose the road which he thought was less traveled by. Why does he choose the other one? So why does he choose the other road? Why does he choose the other one? So he chose the other road because he could not stop in the forest forever and chose the road on a whim, thinking it was less traveled by. So he chose the road on a whim. So a whim is a sudden desire or change by mind. So it means randomly. He chose one road randomly because he thought, why not go this road? And he chose it. So that's a whim. The next question is the speaker optimistic? It means positive. So the answer is yes. Yes, the speaker is optimistic. So we can say this from the last 4 lines where he says, in the future he will be content with this decision. So in the last 4 lines of the poem, he says that he will be content with the decision he took in the future. So what do you think the roads refer to? So I think the roads refer to the turning points of life. So in your life as well, you can have several choices you need to make. So this poem reflects exactly the same thing. And finally, we have one last question. What is the central idea of the poem? So I think the central idea of the poem is that there might be several choices one might have to make in their lifetime. They need to take among several choices, but it's best to choose the one which satisfies them the most. So in a long run, you need to be satisfied with the decision that you take. And with this, we've come to the end of today's class. We have one simple question for your homework. It's an opinion question about the poem, of course. So do you think the poet has made the right decision? I think, yes, the poet has made the right decision because today as he looks behind, he is satisfied and content with which road he chose. But it's your opinion and you can write either yes or no and then you need to state few points that supports your answer. If you have any questions, any suggestions or anything that you wish to share with us, please feel free to write to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.nb. Thanks for watching.